The conflict in Gaza is an Israeli terrorism creation factory. And there is no sign of it finishing. Between what happened in southern Israel on the 7th of October and what has happened since then, we have had thousands and thousands of kids killed. And that's not even including those who are injured, those who are under the rubble, those who have lost limbs. It's said that the amputations of limbs of children is the greatest in any conflict in recorded modern warfare.
When 8-year-old Hytham was pulled from the rubble of a bombed house in Gaza, his arm had been severed.
And Hytham? I was playing football with my friends. The house next to us got bombed. All the ones that were playing with me died.
Throughout Gaza, Israel's airstrike attacks have left a generation of children with new disabilities.
Kids who have lost parents. You know, I wonder when the current Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu talks about finishing off Hamas. I wonder about what the 1 million children in Gaza will be doing in 20 years' time.
I feel very sad and the feelings have become more intense. Now I hate everyone. Before I used to love our people. Before the war I was only thinking about my education. But since the war I only think about defending my country.
Kids cannot go through what they have gone through in the last 12 months without it having an enormous impact on them for their entire lives. That is certainly the case physically for kids who have lost arms or legs or both. And we've met them. We've met them in hospitals. We've interviewed them. For them, this is a lifelong result. But the kids who are traumatised by the loss of parents, siblings, aunties, uncles, grandparents, cousins, who have experienced now 13 months of severe food deprivation, leading to a situation that is now described as acute malnutrition. These kids are going to have this impact throughout their lives. So, in one sense, I think some of these statements made by some of the Israeli extremists are correct, in that how these kids as adults are going to respond to what's going on should be troubling Israelis. But that's not the kids' fault. They can't go through what they have had to experience without this having a severe impact on them and their lives forever.
We see what they're doing to us. The young people see this, but we're not afraid of them. They recently shot my cousin, and they shot my father in the head, and his brother in the leg. Even the boys, they killed one of us as well.
Okay, thank you. Another question?
I'm trying to absorb your assertion, fear, whatever you want to label it, about this next generation, you say, of terrorists, the terrorist breeding ground that Gaza will become. There have been wars before. I don't want to compare them, but I mean, World War II, the destruction left in Germany, the destruction of Japan, these didn't lead to breeding grounds for a future generation of terrorists. So God willing, Gaza will emerge ruled by something other than an internationally designated terror group. Why do you, it seems like an assumption that Gazan children growing up today are going to be terrorists of tomorrow? Is that not a dangerous assumption?
Yes, it is a dangerous assumption, and there is one distinct, definitive, determinative difference between the examples that you cite. It's continuing.
Where are the rest who are with you?
I swear I don't know.
You will confess. Where are the rest of you, you dog? Where are the rest who are with you? Enough. Where are the others? Now you will confess.
And there is no end in sight.
So when an end comes, weeks, months from now,
Weeks, months, this has been going on for 100 years. Weeks, months?
Gaza has been occupied for 100 years?
No, the war has been going on for 100 years.
As well for Israel. Well, for
Well,
75 years.
I'm not denying that for a minute. I'm saying this war has been going on for 100 years, and there is no end in sight. To help these kids, to help Israel, it's got to stop. Then there is a possibility. But until it stops, there is no chance.
I will tell them that I'm not a terrorist, I'm a Palestinian. I want to take revenge for what they've done to our land, what they've done to the martyrs. We will avenge all of them. Would they accept their children being fatherless like us? Even with all this destruction, I can still see what remains of our home, you know? Despite everything, we got to keep living our lives. We had to play and stuff. We were hanging in Jabalia when these Jewish guys showed up. They had guns and everything. It was so scary. They were grabbing people, so we said, let's do something fun instead. So I sat down, got this game, and we started playing. We stayed strong, like, really strong.